Camper's log, September 27th weekend, Presqu'ile Provincial Park. So we're in the High Bluffs campground, and I do have to say that it is one of the quieter campsites I've ever stayed at, which is a nice thing.
Except for the hunting.
This time of year though, apparently waterfowl is allowed to be hunted here, so about 6 o'clock this morning we started getting some gunfire going off while the people were hunting. And late last night there was some kind of event at a raceway 5 kilometers away, and I think it just rebounds off the water, but it wasn't terrible. You wouldn't have to worry about the hunting during the week, right? But it's a nice park, pretty private. Sites are well treed. One thing I noticed, and I like, are these tall pines. I'm no tree expert, but when I see these, I always think lodgepole pines, the ones they use for making log cabins. They're so long and straight. I'm probably 100% wrong. Feel free to let me know. I love hearing that I'm wrong, but they're nice straight trees. We were just talking, and it's probably our favorite park so far this summer. We've been really focused on southeastern Ontario, and yeah, this is not far from Sandbanks, but we're not real beach people. This is a lot more our speed. You know? Not that we enjoy rocky beaches or anything, we don't like to hang out on the beach, but it's beautiful, it's quiet. It can't be too bad this temperature.
Yeah.
These spots along the water, look at that view. We watched one for, how long did you watch one? Weeks. Had it all picked up right before the night where we were allowed to actually book it. They all went missing. But we got this beautiful back trailer, or back window in our trailer, that we could back right in there and look out at that, eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The sound of the water would be amazing. Highly recommend. Anyway, this is High Bluff, and they're all kind of like on the 60s. Pretty obvious to tell which ones are on the water. It's quite possible I may be way too excited about this, but 4 years of provincial park camping, I finally got one. The Ontario Parks fire pit. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like lit up. All right, it's a peaceful Sunday morning. I think you may have just saw a chipmunk whip across in front of me. Got rabbits hanging out under our camps, our trailer, or cabin. We have rabbits hanging out under our cabin. This is a non-electric. It's a circle. It's all non-electric. Very quiet, very quiet. Probably the quietest park, and I think Presqu'ile is going to be the favorite park of 2024, because usually we like to be up in the Muskoka area. That's usually what wins, you know, 6 Mile, Killbear. But hands down, quiet, private, well laid out. These are all electric. We were just in a non-electric area, that's all we had, but actually quite nice. One thing to note, you're rolling in here in a trailer, there are a lot of industrial speed bumps, so take them very seriously when you roll up with your trailer, or you're going to be airborne. I didn't have my trailer, I just had my truck, and they were pretty aggressive, so be warned. They're throughout the park to keep you driving cool. Lot sizes are actually quite good. All of them seem to have this kind of size to it. So you can see the fire pit's off in the back. There's a nice spot for your trailer. But do note the electrical's way over here. That seems to be a theme. So make sure you got some extension. The showers were awesome last night. Water was nice and hot, pressure was good, and they're kept quite clean. And like I said, I love that mop. I just love that mop. Okay, we got the pretty standard rig up for a shower. The old push button, she looks nice and clean. We've only come across one other park, and I really appreciate when they do this, when they leave a mop. Because if I make a mess, I want to clean up, and if someone else makes a mess, I want it clean before I use it. So it's a pretty long run from the ranger station where you check in to the actual campsite, and that big long run, the pump outs and fill up station are nicely located. The only thing that could have made it better, and this is nitpicky for sure, if the fill station was on the other side of the road entirely, and then you weren't competing with people dumping while you came in. But it's your typical dump and fill. But this is really hard to hate. That's 78, that post right there. Okay, this is the lot to what I assume is 77. So if you take a look, that is enormous. There's enough room for 4 trailers there, but it's all yours. This is a lottery site for sure. Not sure I would leave my awning out of 75, but yeah, like look at the size of that lot. You can barely even see the post on the other side. Got enough room for 4 trailers here, and it's all you. So next year, goal number 1, back to Presqu'ile in a lottery spot. Like look at the size of these monstrosities. But again, see there's the trailer, there's it's a little bit of a haul to the electrical. I don't know about the rest of you, but I love an early morning walk when there's barely anybody awake and you can kind of see different things that people have done to set up. This is one of those, I forget the name of it, it says Wild Coast Tents, but it all comes off a trailer. We've got a friend who we got similar to that, but it mounts on the top of their pickup truck. It's cool, but it's a little inconvenient, you know? And you're gonna love this. I love this one. I really enjoy the old dinosaurs. I don't know that I would want one, but when people fix them up and bring them back to life, I think they're pretty awesome, right? Bright red Winnebago. I love the look of it. Kind of faddish. Probably in 5 years, he's gonna wish he didn't have a red Winnebago. But right now, it's pretty cool. He just needs a dude's dining tent, so he matches his Winnebago. And the world's smallest Airstream. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite that small, but it is cute. Probably costs 3 times more than that Winnebago. It's a long weekend, and Site 59 here appears to be vacant this Sunday morning, and nobody left. Nobody was here yesterday. Last on the September 20th. Not that this would be a good trailer site by any stretch, unless you had like a really small one. Just don't know how you'd lay it out. It's got a bit of a, so if you're looking at 59, be warned. Bring some extra wood for chalking. Look at this lake. Take a look at this beautiful lake. It is glass. Lake Ontario is an enormous lake, you know, and just glass this morning. Just beautiful. Just absolutely amazing. And nobody on it. Go for a nice walk, take the dog for a walk down there. Beautiful. Another thing you might enjoy if you're a cyclist is this place, not just the park, but the whole nature reserve of Presqu'ile Isle and right into Trenton, that type of stuff, is 100% cyclists. Like designed for cyclists, cycling trails, so there's a lot of cycling opportunities here. If you're a cyclist and you're planning something, I believe it's just called the Waterfront Trail, and outside of the park it follows the Loyalist Parkway. But yeah, lots of cycling lanes. They've really catered to cyclists in this area. Not that I ride a bike. I don't like to pedal. I like to twist my wrist and hit the throttle. But look at those pines, just remarkable. And yep, if they're not pines, you feel free to give me shit in the comments. But you know, in hindsight, when I look up, they do not look like pines. But they're coniferous trees for sure. That you can't take away from me. But so straight and perfect. An old dinosaur still being used. It's not what you camp in, it's just that you're camping. If you do have rain in your forecast, there's not a lot of great drainage. It hasn't rained here in days, apparently. But the puddles are... One lady in the winery was saying that one of their fields has been underwater for almost 2 weeks. So drainage is not the best here, so prepare for that. You can see it's got a bit of a mud pit here where it's got a low depression. So, you know, don't be surprised. Like this campsite is on a grade. So you can see a little, I don't see any mud pits in there, but everywhere's got a little bit of a mud pit. So just the more you know. This owl burrow that we're staying in is actually the only one that's not wheelchair accessible. All the other shelters here they all have ramps and that type of stuff. So we'll do a little walk around the outside of this. All right, so you got this quiet little backyard. You can't see a neighbor anywhere. I enjoyed that last night. Fire was amazing. So it's got a soft-sided top. It's basically a wood frame with a fabric that I've yet to identify all the way around it. And you can just see that it's cut, but it's yeah, it feels like a coated, like almost like vinyl, like what the old school pull down blinds what we made of. But I mean, you got windows that open and close, you know. But yeah, it's something else. Thought I would take an opportunity to show you another cabin that is just a couple down from us called the Chipmunk. Checkout is at 10 a.m. You can't check in till 4 o'clock. So we got a little opportunity. These people have left. We're here for one more day. So here, without further ado, is the Chipmunk cabin. Good parking. Like I said, we have the only non-accessible one around. So very similar in nature, except that we've got a ramp for wheelchair, same barbecue idea. We got a typical lame fire pit, right? Barbecue. A much better lock on their door. Ours didn't work. Let's have a peek inside. So you got a picnic table. Looks like 2 double beds. Apologize for the glare. There we go. 2 double beds. Picnic table. Sitting there, same thing. So you can see the barbecue accessories they've left. That's what you have. So if you need more than that, bring it, because that's what you get. You need to bring your own sheets. You need to bring your own everything. Pillows. There's not a lot of storage, and you're not supposed to leave any food or anything inside. As always, I really appreciate you watching. I like making these videos. Hope you get something out of them. If you do, please let me know. Bare minimum, give me a like. Bonus points for subscribing. And yeah, next adventure in a couple weeks is Cayo Coco, Cuba. And that should be a good time. So a little bit different for the channel. And I'm heading out to Alberta for a bit. And then I'm back for the holidays. And then in January, we're doing Mexico. So we've got some nice things coming and some crazy adventures, hopefully. So like, follow, subscribe. Thanks for watching.